Harstem vetoed Ultra Love, Elazer vetoed El Dorado. But they told me it was a Zerg map, guys. And then Harstem vetoes Whispers of Gold, and Elazer vetoed King's Cove. We're gonna kick things off on ley lines. And then we'll play, I guess, Abyssal Reef. We'll play Amygdala. Or whatever it is. We will play... What else is there? Neon Violet Square. I haven't seen that yet tonight. Have I? No, not once. Not in my games. Not in the Big Brain Bouts. You just want... Yeah, Harstem made it out of Wardy's group. I saw with 1 win and 2 losses, but still, making it out of that group is pretty sick. It's not every day where you wake up and you're in a group with Solar, Rogue, MaxPax, and yourself, and you're like, yeah, I made it out. That's definitely... No. We need Miko. Harstem was very ready, but it was only the 3 of us, and I figured that someone was missing. Yep, I saw he beat Solar 2-0 even, right? That's sick. Solar is funny because he can be very good in CVP, and I was thinking that this patch would actually favor Solar, knowing what Solar is good at in CVP. I think the removal of battery overcharge, like I think for some Zergs it doesn't make much of a difference. I think for someone like Solar, he will get a lot of value out of that. Yes, ready. But seems to not have quite found his way yet. And he does seem pretty active, to be fair. It's not like Solar doesn't play in anything. And this is the first time that we've seen him play, so just a really good win by Harstem. Is that win by Harstem over Solar enough to also get him a victory on the Friday night? $150, guys, if you win this best of 5. It's not the first of a million best of 5s, no. 1 best of 5 is what it all comes down to for these guys. The winner gets 150. The loser will still get 50. That's something we decided a long time ago. And I think that's nice. If these guys clear out their Friday night agenda to play games for us, even if they don't win, they should get something.
Let's get it on.
Round 1, fight!
Here we go. Ley lines. In the bottom left side, we're looking at the main base of the man who is pretty active again once more, and that makes me happy. He's obviously been around for a long time. There was a small period where he was the finest Zerg we had in Europe. There was a period where he was the first ever non-Korean player to make it into the semi-finals of the World Championship. This is Elazer. And then I am eliminating the different World Championships of 2010, 2011, 2012. Let's call it the BlizzCon era. To stay out of trouble before the tryhards will try to correct me. We're like, that's not correct. That was the Chinese Terran who played in the finals in 2010. I know, I was there. Well, I wasn't there, but I saw it. Top right side of ley lines, we are looking at the main base of the man that's representing the Shopify Rebellion. This is Harstem. Also a runner-up of GSL vs. the World. Elazer, that is. That is funny. That will stay forever special. Because for the people who were not around, there was a period where we had the WCS events. And we had 3 editions of GSL vs. the World. TY won the very first one. Serral won the second one. That was the year he became the BlizzCon champ as well. And Serral also won the third one. And I think the third one is the one where there was a voting contest on who should represent the foreign scene. And it was very close between a few players. But Elazer got some help from a famous Counter-Strike YouTuber. Basically, he made a video or a tweet somewhere saying like, hey guys, there's this Starcraft tournament and we have to vote for the Polish guy. So all these people started voting for Elazer. And then a lot of people in the Starcraft 2 scene, they were upset. They were like, hey, Elazer is like not that good right now. He shouldn't be in. This is why voting competitions are stupid. And Elazer took that personally. He got voted in. And he made it all the way to the grand finals of GSL vs. the World in Korea. And he actually won 2 games as well in that grand finals against Serral. This played an amazing tournament. And outside of 2 very short losses, like he was down 0-2 in like 15 minutes. The first 2 games were nothing. But game 3, 4, 5, and 6, they were excellent CVCs. Where he probably played the best CVCs he ever has against Serral. It was awesome. No, that was a great event. I'm sure it's a very memorable experience for Elazer as well. Just like making semifinals of BlizzCon, and the year after that, I think he made quarterfinals too. Yeah, and was it 2016? I think he made semifinals, and he beat ShoWTime in the quarters. And in 2017, he made quarterfinals, and he lost against Special. Juanito, Major, call him however you want it. Harstem opening things up with a Twilight console. I don't want to say that it's been weeks since I've said I don't think it's always going to be Stargate on this match, guys. I think with the Sport Crawlers being better, sure, energy recharge is awesome, but I actually think that we might see a little more Twilight once in a while. Robo, it doesn't always have to be Stargate. So far, it's always been Stargate, so I was wrong, but not tonight, guys. Tonight, we see a Twilight console opening. 4-gate resonating glaive at depth coming out of the captain. Elazer is going for a Bailing Nest. Bailings against glaive. Very hit or miss. Sometimes great for the Zerg, sometimes a total disaster. I think most of you guys know how I feel about it. I love the Bailings as defense, but very often when I say I think the Bailings are awesome, the Protoss becomes literally Rain in his prime. Splits the Adepts perfectly. 12 Bailings die, 2 Adepts die, the Zerg is dead. And chat is like, so Roddy, how about them Bailings? You don't think Roaches are better? And I have to be quiet. I'm like, it could have been handled better. How will it go tonight? I don't know. We're about to find out. Is Juanito still active? I haven't seen him play in ages. He is not active right now. I think if there is a big announcement for Starcraft with eyes on 2025 Esports World Cup, he might come back. Right now, he's just playing poker. If you guys follow him on Instagram, you'll probably see him post absolutely terrible hand histories. I don't want to say that I'm the best poker player out there, but Juanito's hand histories are legitimately painful. It is like the Platinum Diamond, the Platinum Protoss player telling you that we need overcharge. Elazer has a lot of Zerglings and Bailings blowing up a lot of the initial Adepts of Harstem, and this is how I often see Lings and Banes defend against Adepts when I open up Adepts, and this one's really good for Elazer and not so good for Harstem. Where are my poker streams at? My poker streams will come. I have been in a never-ending battle with the Dutch taxman. And I gotta tell you guys, the Dutch taxman has hands. However, they did not think that I had this much resilience in me. And I'm winning, so there will be some poker soon. But never ever ever gamble with money that you can't afford to lose. And even if poker is a game of skill, still gambling. But we'll play some poker on stream eventually. Either late December or early January. I'm excited for it. Just vibe, have some wine, play some cards, some tournaments, some PLO. It's always fun. I've been following your alt channel and all this. Yeah, I haven't really used it that much, man. Trust me, I would love to be playing and streaming poker, but there's a time and a place for that. PLO is for degenerates. That's why I love it, man. 4 card, not my game. 5 card is better, but I saw that on GG they added 6 card now. I'm not a man who falls in love easily, but I see 6 card PLO and that has my name written all over it. Game 1 is another game that has Harstem written all over it, but I also don't want to say that he's dead. Because Elazer did obviously make a lot of links, made a lot of banelings. My stuff at 6. Because I think eventually you run out of cards in the deck. I think if you want to play 7 card PLO, then I think you have to limit it at like 6 players, no? You can't imagine how crazy 6 card is. Well, I played a couple hands. And it's like, well, this is a fun game. You get it in with the nuts, and then you realize that you have like 33% equity to win the hand. Because your opponent also has the nuts, but has a way better redraw. And you're like, oh, well, I guess this was not the hand. It's fun. I find poker intriguing and very enjoyable. You know, all forms of PLO. Harstem is gonna have a tough time here, guys, because we look at his army right now, and this army is really not that hot. There was a tiny Zergling drop in the natural too, but the focus shouldn't be on the Zergling drop. The focus should be on these Ravagers, Roaches, Banelings, and Elazer has taken full advantage of shutting that 4-gate resonating glaive adept opening down without really taking any damage. Harstem does drop a couple of storms, and he's got shield batteries for days, and the force fields are good too. I feel like eventually, right, these banelings have to connect with what they are looking for. There is nowhere to run. Oh my god, that hurts. Good save on the High Templars, but it still hurts. It hurts very bad. The Stalkers don't have length. Harstem really has no firepower. Would battery overcharge have been useful here, Roddy? Sure, but I don't even think battery overcharge would have saved us. GG. Harstem pays the price for opening up 4-gate resonating glaive adept, and he just got nothing done. Like, absolutely nothing. Speaking of poker, Balatro won 2 awards last night. I have no idea who Balatro is, so that shows how much I've been watching. I still watch a couple streams from time to time, but mostly the guys that I enjoyed watching a while ago. Last week, I think I mentioned Spraggy, or was it on, I don't know what day it was, but I think Spraggy is always fun. Obviously, I love Lex, because I think Lex is very cool. And then sometimes Egyptian, or Kevin Martin is also streaming a bit again. I know he's gone through a tough time. The man got married, then got divorced, and obviously if you're a streamer, like, you always want to do your thing, but sometimes real life can get into the way, and I understand that, you know, people need to take a break and need to take some time off, but oh, they won the trio. Balatro is the video game. Yeah. Okay. I thought I was a streamer, mate. What do I know? I've heard about it, but I'm not interested in trying something new. What's the current score in the Elazer match? 1-0 lead for Elazer. It's a best of 5. Elazer takes the 1-0 lead, and I guess we'll see oracles in game 2. Game 2 is Abyssal Reef, by the way. A very large map. Make 4 bases, roaches, ravages, banelings, A move. Yes, mate. That is all there is to it. You know what, Jim the guys, so let's make a deal. You go ahead and make 4 bases, make banelings, roaches, ravages, A move. And I want to say get 6,300 MMR with Zerg, but I feel like that'd be mean, so I'll make it 5-7 for you. You know, it's that simple, mate. Why don't you show me 5,700 MMR, and then I will allow you to write messages like make 4 bases, roaches, ravages, banelings, and A move in my chat. But if you can't show me 5-7, I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to give you a 7-month and 3-week and 24-second timeout. Do we have a deal? I give you the opportunity to write your whiny comments, and you show me 5-7. And honestly, I'm being generous here, because obviously Elazer is not 5-7. How long does he have? He's got a month. Thank you, KGSMO. I think it looks nice as well. We can change the lights a little bit. Honestly, I haven't even put a lot of effort into the Christmas decorations on stream. I'll try to make it a little more Christmassy. But I promise you guys that the house, the front yard, the backyard, it's all very Christmassy. We are obeying citizens in this neighborhood.
Round 2, fight!
Unscripted parody of the Game Awards this year had some clips from previous years, even with one run. Really? Did they show me and the Razorhead man again? Really? They brought that back? I want my fee if they're using that content. Give me a bonus. Score is wrong. Score is not correct. Round 2, guys. Abyssal Reef. The Ferris wheel, we have a Christmas village. Like, basically, I don't know if you can see that. You can see the very edge of it, but there's like 5 little houses and trees and lights all on that shelf going down into the kitchen. That's where the Ferris wheel is. Bottom right side, guys, of Abyssal Reef. We are looking at the main base of the man who took a very convincing 1-0 lead. What was it again, Jim the Ginsel? Can you go over that one more time? What did he do? Representing Team Liquid, one of the best foreign Zergs we've ever had. It's Elazer. Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting us hobby to get a booze. And thank you to Akko for the 33 months. It's 33? We'll never miss an opportunity to do that. Top left side of Abyssal Reef, we are looking at the main base of Shopify Rebellion's very own Harstem. The captain, who made it out of one of the Wardy tournaments, the group stage, where he was in a group with MaxPax, Rogue and Solar. 1 win, 2 losses, but he still made it out, and I think that's very, very impressive. I think you can modify the challenge. You can't just play that sound for 2 seconds, gotta have at least 10. I don't want to get the guys from BASILISK upset at me. Before you know it, somebody on YouTube doesn't like it if they post a VOD, and then it's all my fault. I think the 2 seconds we can always get away with, but the full clip we only play when it's a non-sponsored event. I haven't gone to nightclubs in a long time, but I do want to go to a nightclub one time where they play that song. And I've seen the videos go viral of like these dance festivals where they play the song and the entire crowd is like, Max Verstappen. I want to be a part of that, guys. I want to feel young one more time. Let me experience that. What did you think about Elazer 3 Queen no creep strat at Home Story Cup? I didn't get to see all the games at Home Story Cup because obviously there's a lot happening at Home Story Cup. It's a very social event. Played a lot of cards in the basement. So I don't have the details on it. But I know that Elazer has been theory crafting, and obviously a lot of the Zergs have. And I don't think we've really come to like a final conclusion yet on how many queens they want. Do they prioritize queens? Do they focus on other aspects? Is it all about like playing it almost like Brood War, where you just take hatcheries non-stop? I don't know. I'm leaning back. Masters Coliseum is coming up. To me, that's like the first real massive online event that we are going to see on this patch. And yeah, hopefully we see great things out of all the Zergies. Intratown, Zero. Honestly, Intratown should sponsor me for the amount of times that I have told people I got that little lantern at Intratown. But it's not listed on the website, so it might actually be sold out. We went to Intratown yesterday because, hey, that's actually in Roan. You remember that story from like 2 hours ago about the McLaren and Mercedes burning down? That's in Roan. And where I got my little lantern is also in Roan. And that's where Intratown is, but they were sold out on a lot of Christmas articles, so maybe it's gone. Maybe I wasn't the only one who loved it and everybody got it and they don't have it anymore. Harstem has indeed gone back to the oracles, by the way, like we kind of expected. I love that he tried to open up glaives in the first game. Did it work out? No, it didn't. Maybe this oracle, by the way, finds the drones that are being transferred. Definitely did, but Harstem just a little bit slow there. Missed opportunity. Was maybe macroing at home. Maybe was controlling this one. No, not. It's Intratown. But I don't know if that's international, man. It might just be Netherlands, Belgium exclusive. I am sure that you can find similar lanterns on the internet somewhere, though. I don't think that this is like a Dutch special and we are the only people on the planet that have these little snowy lanterns. Coco posted a video of one that looked very similar to mine. Not quite the same, but similar. Harstem is not off to the best start here, guys. Is Luxembourg part of the club? They might be, but I have no idea. Honestly, I don't even know if Luxembourg is real. I have some euro coins that say they're from Luxembourg. And it's on the map. And I believe it's part of the Benelux, you know, BE, Belgium, NE, Netherlands, Lux, Luxembourg. But if you ask me, is that place real? I doubt it. Have you ever met anybody from Luxembourg? No. Have you ever been there? No. Oh, I think it may be made up. I could go for a drive, but I don't want to get pranked. You know? You drive through the Netherlands, through Belgium. Then you try to find Luxembourg, you end up in Germany. You turn around, you end up in France, you're like, that place ain't real. I think it's made up. Yeah. It is part of the overlay, Tetopson. It's part of Basilisk overlay. Basilisk graphics. Is Czech Republic real? Yeah, I believe they call it Czechoslovakia, right? I know that people love that when you still bring that up. Stalkers and his face is crappy, but there is a little link drop happening in the natural, guys, and that link drop is honestly so annoying to deal with if you don't have any warpins available, and I hope for Harstem that he's paying attention, and I hope he's got warpins available. He's definitely paying attention, and he's shaving off some hydras. Oh my god, he's losing so many probes. Yeah. It's painful. Because honestly, he was doing pretty good here with the oracles, with the stalkers. This was excellent. But these 8 Zerglings have just dealt too much damage. Now we go for a recall. We lose 2 stalkers as well. Link drops are so back on the menu. And link drops are so annoying to deal with. Like, I know that people meme about like Protoss players having no multitasking, and the moment we can't warp in something, we cannot deal with anything. But I don't think it's totally fair. Because like the way you play Protoss is just that you know, like basically you've gone your entire career. Like, it is impossible. I don't know what's happening. Oh, sorry. I thought somebody was trying to break in my house, guys. I got very distracted. I was like, why is my mailbox going up and down? Who's trying to break in? I'm yapping over here. Yeah, I think that the fact that there's no longer battery overcharge is good, but once more, like, I feel like as a Protoss player, you have gone your entire career knowing like this part is safe, and you have to worry about your third, you have to worry about your fourth, and you're just not that used to having to worry about units suddenly being on the other side of the wall. Unless your name is Hero and you never have a unit in your wall, and you're like, oh no, I planned for this. And then yeah, you just focus on your aggression, you use your warp ins, and if you don't have any warp ins available, it just can be so frustrating to deal with. Well, yeah, Elazer is also a man that in his prime, if you guys think back of Elazer that had that deep run in BlizzCon, it was off the back of nothing but Hydra Linkbane, wave after wave of Hydra Linkbane, +2 melee Banelings, and Baneling drops in the natural, Baneling drops in the third, Baneling drops in the fourth. I'm certain if you guys ever asked ShoWTime about it, I'm sure that DeMauer still has a sleepless night or two over all these Banelings of Elazer. Harstem makes the blink that is a tiny bit questionable. At this point, Elazer is kind of cooking. And Harstem is in a bit of trouble. The man who defeated Solar in Wadi's tournament is looking like he's having a tough time getting things going here. Storm lands on a couple of Zerglings. There is a Overseer. And we have a Lurker drop as well. Thank the Lord there is a cannon here. Without a cannon, life be hell. Oh my god, but Elazer has found a tiny spot in the corner of the natural. And right on that moment, as Harstem is dealing with it, Elazer jumps on Harstem's army in the center. Harstem does see it eventually in time. He just needs an observer here badly. Great job, by the way, by Elazer. Harstem does have oracles to drop revelation, uses energy recharge, activates Pulsar Beam. This is an interaction that I don't see every day, but Oracle with energy kills a lurker. Honestly, now that it's all said and done, it's like not that bad for Harstem yet. It kind of felt to me that this looked like it was Omega game over. Now if Harstem loses these High Templars, I do think it is Omega game over. Oh yeah, absolutely obliterated, deleted, -4 High Templars with a lot of energy. Harstem does have the tiniest of Zealot counterattacks, actually dealing good damage. And then you look at the worker count and you're like, wow, is Elazer in trouble now? And he's got 94 drones. I don't like that blink. I don't believe in that blink. It's just lurkers, guys. Harstem is gonna get some Void Rays, excuse me, some Tempest, and I almost wish that he just had like an emergency Void Ray or something, right? Elazer has 4 queens in this game and he lost 0. So all that Elazer made, guys, is 4 queens. But he's got hatcheries and drones for days. He had quick hive tech. He's got lurkers with seismic spines. He does not have adaptive talents. Apparently does not care, does not believe in it. Lord knows. Harstem's supply is looking good. And he does have zealots. Is that a kill, guys? That was a kill. And he's got more zealots active in the natural. And maybe with Tempest, the captain. Is there a chance? Harstem looked like he was in so much trouble. And that kind of looks like Harstem is owning. But is he owning? Is the supply lying? Or are we owning? I think with 3 Tempests, we're kind of owning. So Elazer has a hard time dealing with these zealots, and he's obviously, 5-base Zerg to be fair. Harstem is going to lose at least 1 base by the looks of it, but it's really not that bad. If he cleans up this entire army, and he's got Archons, he's got Immortals, what a fight by Harstem. Sure, he's dropping in supply a little, but he's getting every single Hydra, he's getting every Lurker, he's going to rebuild the Nexus immediately, and now he's got Tempest. And he's got +3. Hey, Somehow Elazer's work account is still pretty healthy and high. He did lose 24 drones, lost the hatchery. This is a sick game by Harstem. It's like one of these games where if I wouldn't have looked at some of these solid counterattacks, you would just think he's so dead. We see his army get jumped. We see his army get jumped again. We see lurkers burrowing and killing probes, and we see a link drop dealing a lot of damage. Like, it feels like the story tells us Elazer, but Harstem, if he can just like not completely die the next fight, he might be cooking. 9 Corruptus. 9 Corruptus is a solid... No. Harstem's High Templars again so exposed. He does drop a storm, gets a couple of the Zerglings. But it feels like this is not where Harstem's army should have been. Harstem did not expect Elazer to send another wave. I think that's shortly after that big fight in the natural. No, Harstem just basically loses everything. And he doesn't really get a whole lot in return. This Tempest Dismiss Relic as well flies into the Hydras. Oh. The man did so many things right, but unfortunately made a few big errors as well. There's a lurker attacking. There are Zealots counter-attacking again. But this time I don't believe it's going to make the difference. Multiple times in this game, Elazer jumped on top of the army of Harstem. And Harstem just saw it a little bit too late. And the final one was one too many to recover from. GG, the man from Team Liquid takes a 2-0 lead and is one map away from winning this series, honestly pretty convincingly in the end. Even if you think like, yeah, the first game was kind of short and the second game Harstem had his moments, but none of that counts. $150 on the line for a single best of 5, and Harstem is always down to play in the Big Brain Bouts. He has never really taken like a break. If he's at home, he's always down to play. He did tell me, he's like, please, no Protoss, right? Like, come on, we play enough PvP. I was like, no Protoss. How about Elazer? And he said, that sounds fun. I hope he's still having fun, because so far it's a rough series. Highlight of the night has been in Nicorakt and Chem, as they had some very cool, unique, mega close moments. So far here in the main event, it could have gone Harstem's way, but right when you really wanted to start believing in a Harstem victory, something just went terribly wrong. Bust out the flower. I heard that Harstem has a spin-off on the flower. I feel like you guys were discussing that today in your stream, but I don't know this story. Is Harstem a flower enjoyer? Next time trick him into playing Clem, but it's actually Clem's Protoss. Oh, I don't know if that's better. You know, the meme of DJ Khaled, where he's suffering from success and you can apply it to Starcraft 2 players. I kind of feel that Clem, when it at least comes to the Big Brain Bouts, he truly is suffering from success. Because I obviously want to organize matches where, you know, obviously sometimes I have a strong feeling that someone is going to win. But with Clem, you just pretty much know he's going to win. So there are such few options to actually invite Clem to play. I can do Clem MaxPax, but they play against each other 7 times a week. Clem Reynor is fun if Reynor is active, but if Reynor is not active, it doesn't go anywhere. Clem Serral, I kind of feel like that's almost too big, and we've already done that once, if not twice, in the Big Brain Bouts. Koreans don't want to play it this time. Like, Clem really is suffering from success. Maybe after Masters Coliseum we can get a little Clem Serral going. I want to get a bit more Serral anyway. Like, obviously Yona needed some time to come back from the military, but he's kind of back now. So I think we can do Serral more often, but it's hard. Clem is just too good. There's no good matches for him. How about Big Brain Bouts Free For All? We've done that. We did that like 2 weeks in a row even.
Round 3. Fight.
Yeah, Clem Australia is kind of fun, but also doesn't feel that nice, right? If I reach out to Australia, it's like, hey man, you want to play the Big Brain Bouts? He's like, yeah, cool. Who do I get? And it's like, Clem. He's like, oh. Well, thanks, Roddy. It's hard. Gabe is going to make a big return. Yeah, like, it almost feels that the Clem Gabe, Clem Spirit is as close as it gets if you don't include MaxPax and Serral, but oh well. Shout out to Mr. Dingleberry for the 19 months. I had a fun day, guys. I appreciate all of you stopping by. I hope you guys had fun too. But hope that we have a little more StarCraft. I don't want to see it end here. Top right side of Frostline, the map that was previously called Snowpiercer. But they had to change that because it's a brand or a song or what was it, Coco? I heard you discuss it on stream today, but I knew that too. I had that. I was like, they can't do that. Not Snowpiercer. That's copyright infringement. Ain't that right? Top right side, guys. It's Team Liquid Sea Laser. Everybody versus Pig. It has to be competitive, mate. That's not competitive. But someone needs to cast. Bottom left side of Frost line, we are looking at the main base of Shopify, Rebellions, Harstem. I have no idea what movie or series it is. But those are just the things you learn if you watch Coconut Games, guys. Live 5 times a week. Going through the pain of playing on a patch. That's not her patch. They removed her overcharge and she's still putting out that content for you. And today Coco was one of your finer performances. I had a great time watching. It was good. Invite Clem but play with a mod, like play all the races mod. I mean that's not really in the spirit of competition, where it's like, Clem, you can play but your units have a handicap. And then he still wins and then the other guy gets kind of embarrassed. Like the last thing I ever want to do is get content going where one guy kind of embarrasses the other guy. This is not what we are going for. We'll find something for Clem, guys, but the TLDR is that Clem is so good that it's hard to find good games for him. The Adepts of Harstem get picked off both of them for 6 Zerglings. I think that is something that Elazer will gladly take, guys. Because very often you see the Zerg lose a couple Zerglings, but then they also end up losing 2, if not even 3 drones for 2 Adepts. This time Harstem gets 0 drones. Opens things up with the Void Ray. The Void Ray often screams to me, Fleet Beacon, 2nd Stargate. Clem's toss against Spirit would be legit interesting. It would be, but I also kind of feel bad about that. Because I almost feel like there is no winning for Spirit in that series. If he wins, people are like, well, yeah, Clem is a Terran player. But if he loses, it's like, oh my god, Ruffle, forehead, lost to Clem's Protoss, haha. Like, this is not that nice, right? It doesn't create the nicest vibes. And I know that it gets the people going, and I know some people find it exciting, but this is not really the stuff that I want to do. I know that Lambo always wants to play with his Protoss against Zerg players around 6k, but I don't think it's nice for those guys. You know, they get an opportunity to play it, and they play against a top tier pro with their off race. And once more, it almost feels like there is no winning. Spirit Lambo is fun, but we recently did that. We that was a main event, like, was it 2 weeks ago? Spirit Lambo? Anyway, guys, enough about Clem. We'll find something for Clem. We'll see Clem in the Masters Coliseum. Unfortunately, we won't see Harstem there. We won't see Elazer either, but we do see a lot of Elazer tonight, and he is looking sharp. As the Zerglings get a surround on the Stalker, they start killing that Stalker. They start killing the probes, and Elazer is just looking damn good, man. For a man who has obviously taken a bit of a break of the game, he has been playing a lot of different games. He was very good in Stormgate. I think he still is very good in Stormgate. Probably played a bit of Battle Aces. Has played a lot of Deadlock. He is a great support Kelvin. Is he as good as you, Roddy? I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but he is a great support Kelvin. But watching him do his thing in Starcraft 2, kind of looked like he never left. He's just sharp. He's finding great engagements. Clearly, the speed is still there on the side of Elazer. And Harstem was so active and has put a lot of good results lately on the board. Kind of feels that he's getting overrun so far. Hello, Josh. Things are great, mate. It is Friday night. It is Big Brain Bouts. I feel like we saw some really fun TVCs. I mean, every series had its moments, right? That second PvP of the night was excellent between Alex and Muston. So I've had a great day. It's a great Friday. I'm ready for the weekend. It's obviously a bit sad to see Elazer just looks so freaking dominant here. Now, is there hope in Game 4? I would say there is. But it also feels like it's just a matter of time before Elazer finds another good fight, another good engagement. Reynor Clem PvP would be kind of fun. Like that I would be okay with. Because that is both players off racing, right? So that's a different dynamic. We did see the Reynor Clem reverse match in the Big Brain Bouts a while ago. That's the last time we had Clem. Clem Zerg against Reynor Starrett. It was a good series, 5-game series. Harstem is microing pretty well here on the edge of creep. Now it's just so important that nothing goes wrong at home. Like I look at this and I'm like, Harstem looks good here. Despite the fact that Elazer found some great pickups with the Zerglings early on, Harstem looks good here. But these Protoss armies, proper glass cannons. Like, if you get surrounded one time, if you're a bit too late with the recall, or if you're not paying attention at home and you lose a lot of probes, you're in so much trouble. But so far, so good. What is Elazer's build? It's Lartech, Hydra, Ling, and Bane. Baning speed is done. Obviously, Storm is not done yet, and it's so difficult to fight against. Okay, force fields, 2 force fields, 3 force fields. That's great. I love that. Okay, a single bubbly boy is keeping Harstem safe for now. He's getting more cannons than natural, though, guys. The natural is so low, but I think a mistake here on the side of Elazer. I don't think he meant to click those banelings through. Harstem has a counterattack of a couple zealots on the other side of the map, but I cannot show you guys that because I have to show you guys the Stalkers against all the Hydras, all the Banes. And this is obviously a moment where you're like, ah, battery overcharge be kind of nice, right, Roddy? Yes. Battery overcharge being very nice here. Harstem here's a third base, is Omega dead. The High Templar dies a second before Storm. No, I don't think a single Storm would have changed it. The Zealots have killed 8 drones on the other side of the map. But Elazer, with trademark relentless Lartech Hydra Link Bane aggression, just gets it done. Just like that. And GG gets called. Elazer with another clean sweep in the Big Brain Bouts. That man is good. That man is good. Unfortunately for Harstem, I think an annoying series where obviously, you know, you do your best. You always want to give it a shot, even if you know it's going to be difficult. But if in all 3 games, it felt like you couldn't really get it going. He was close on Abyssal Reef of stabilizing, finding a place of happiness. And right then, his army got surrounded and jumped upon on the low ground. He lost the Tempest, the Mothership. In game 1, the Adepts did nothing, and we died to the counter. And here, we basically died to all the Lings, Banes, and Hydras. Elazer, with no regard for Protoss lives, gets a 3-0 on the board. Congrats, Miko, on the $150. We'll find something else for Harstem next time. It's obviously always fun to watch these 2 European legends play. Unfortunately, not the best series of all time, but hey, this is the way it goes sometimes, guys. And that will do it for Basilisk Big Brain Bouts number 78. Short evening, you know, 40 minutes past 9. There have been Big Brain Bouts where we sit here until like 10 minutes past 11, but it is what it is. I will be back tomorrow morning with more Starcraft, and it's going to be sick. Hey, I forgot to do that prediction thing. I guess we'll do it tomorrow. These are the results one more time. If you guys want to read up on it, !B. Congrats to all the winners. Moston making his debut. He stopped the reign of terror of Italian Alex in the opening bout of the night. UD Soldier also played for the very first time. He got a good win over Cuckoo. Chem got a banger win over Nikrakt. I'd say that this was the best series of the night. And yeah, Elazer just looked really sharp, really good in CVP. A lot of it is on a knife's edge. So, like, I don't ever want to take something away from a 3-0, but it does feel that it's like a 3-0 that was so close, where it comes down to 1 Hydra fight, 1 Lynx around, one Storm, and it's all different, right? But yeah, if buts and maybes don't count, they don't count in anything, they definitely don't count in StarCraft. So, Elazer was the better player, he was the sharper player, and he deserved the W. And that will do it for me. Tomorrow morning, Masters Coliseum. That's where I was going, guys. Let's do that again. Tomorrow morning, Masters Coliseum. What time do we start? 1 p.m.? 1 p.m. CET? Yes. So we have 3 best of 3s. Obviously, it is a bit of a short broadcast day. So I am going to try to do my absolute best to be here at like 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. So I can do like 2.5 hours of ladder. Get the mood right. And then we get to watch the great Iona Sotala go at it versus Cure. After that, it is Shin Australia. Fun day, by the way, with multiple Australia series, and obviously watching Serral. Serral Cure, guys. I can guarantee you that a League Elect will tell you that does not go very well for Cure in general. We can take a little look. Serral Cure. Like, poor Cure. I feel like he started off strong a long time ago, and that's actually not even true, but he did get a 3-0 once. Then he got a 4-1. It's like, man, I won 2 out of the last 3 series against Serral. Huh. This Serral nerd should know where he's at in life. And then Serral took that really personal with a 2-0, 1-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 4-1, 2-0, 1-0, 2-0, 4-1, 3-2, 2-0, 2-0, 1-0, and most recently a 1-1. So I'm telling you guys that there is a chance, and that will happen tomorrow. 1 p.m. Central European Time, aka 7 a.m. on the East Coast, 4 a.m. on the West Coast. And I'll be there. I'll be watching. We'll not be in the game. We'll just be watching a clean feed, but it will still be cool. Yeah, that's going to happen on Saturday and Sunday, and then the next weekend, and the next weekend. And basically, we're going to try to make it an awesome December. That's all I got, guys. I'll settle the prediction. I see that Seagull is now playing that Marvel Rivals game. Like, I was looking at it, because I know that a lot of people that play Deadlock were now playing
Here's
this.
what it says, by the way, on the website.
But it looks like a bit of a pleb game to me. Oh my god, no! Zombie Grub, you're breaking my heart! Zombie Grub. Zombie Grub is my Deadlock queen. I can't believe it. I'm done. Every time you think that it won't hurt, it's gonna hurt even more. No evening Deadlock. I might play a couple games tonight. But for now, I'm gonna wrap it up because the guys want the VOD and I don't want to delay that. So I'm going to end this stream. I had fun. You guys believed in Elazer. He delivered. We'll settle that prediction. And that's all I got. And I'm also very hungry. I only had some fried codfish earlier today. So now it's time for some real food.